The PlayStation 5 Pro is the biggest hubris I've ever seen PlayStation do in quite a long time. What's going on, you guys? Gaming Ad here, coming at you another video. Clearly, we know what the conversation's about. You know, last generation, we had the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X. And I felt like it was a little ridiculous last generation. I understand that at that point, it made sense to people because a lot of the consoles last generation wasn't necessarily doing the greatest to a lot of degrees. So when it came to if we wanted a new one, I have a couple videos talking about whether or not we need one or not. And to me, what it came down to is, was the performance going to be worth the price? Now, the PlayStation 5 Pro has been swimming around for the longest time on whether or not this sucker's real. I kind of knew it was real because it kind of felt like something PlayStation would do, but I always felt like it's something that, you know, they're going to at least break even on. But it looked like these suckers trying to make money. What is the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro, may you add? It's $699 USD. That is crazy. And the reason I'm talking like that is like the fact that they're trying to get that kind of money out of you, especially after the pandemic, makes me really think that PlayStation has lost touch a little bit with reality. And it's one of the reasons that I'm always screaming from the rooftops that we need competition. That Nintendo and Microsoft, and hell, at this point, we might need a fifth company or a fourth company. We might need someone else coming off the streets in these console markets. Because PlayStation has got it to the degree where they're so full of themselves that they are putting out a product like this. Didn't show you really any new products on it. They should have at least maybe showed you Ghost of Tsushima 2. Like, kind of like what Xbox did with Hellblade 2 and the Xbox Series X. All they realistically did is come out there and say, we want 700 from you. And we're going to show you side by sides with almost no differences. Now, obviously, is there differences? Yes. We're not going to act like there's zero differences. But you guys, if you are willing to tell me with a straight face that you looked at those side by sides and saw huge graphical differences, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need your eyesight checked out. I ain't going blind, but I could see that there wasn't a huge lot of difference there. So I'm just like, I'm glad that Xbox didn't go this direction. Now, obviously, we gotta understand that this particular console is not going to be marketed towards the general audience. The PlayStation 5 Pro, for all purposes, I'm pretty sure PlayStation knows that this thing isn't going to sell like dramatically well. They know, and I'm sure they have realistic expectations. I hope that this is going to be a directed audience product and they're going to expect those type of results, especially at a price tag of $700. $700 is crazy. It is so intense and crazy. People thought it was not realistic to even have that. Look, competition is so important in this industry because if Xbox was checking them on every corner post, they wouldn't be doing something like this. You know, because Xbox is so willing to give their games over to the competition, PlayStation out here saying there ain't no competition. We dropping something for 700. And that's insane. And Twitter's on fire. Twitter is making it very clear that this is not the right move. I'm seeing media people speak out against it. I'm seeing videos already going up because people expected a high price, maybe like $5.99, but $6.99? Who buying this? Who is buying this? Especially in a world that we live in with inflation the way it's at. Who is buying this PlayStation? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of curious how many people actually go out and get this thing. This thing's probably would sell around probably less than with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the people that bought a PS4 Pro is probably going to buy a PS5 Pro. So I feel like generally this thing is going to sell around the same that the PlayStation 5 Pro sold. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. You know, it is a good thing that they put Mark Cerny part of this. I do feel like they could have did a better job in the presentation because it didn't really seem like it's going to necessarily entice people like myself to go out and get something like this. That's just my opinion on the matter. You know, let's talk a little bit about what they actually say in the presentation. You know, they said it has an upgraded GPU. It looked like they made the GPU bigger. Now, this thing looks almost identical to the PlayStation 5, which I'm kind of curious. Is people going to know the difference between the two systems? I don't know. It's got an advanced ray tracing. We've added even more powerful ray tracing that provides more dynamic reflection. And you guys get what I'm saying here, man. Oh my God, man. I don't know. I don't know. So it's coming in at $700. Uh, it's just, that's just in America, the dollar bill. I can't imagine what the suckers in Canada, Japan. PlayStation has lost their damn mind. I don't know if they're ever going to get it back. They did say that it's going to give huge, performance boost to a lot of games. Essentially just saying, look, if you're using performance mode or graphical intensive modes, they're pretty much combining them. You know, you can use whatever you want. And that's cool, but is it worth $700 when you're essentially getting the mode that you want to play just at a little bit of a loss towards the other one? So, for instance, you get in performance mode, you're going to get that frame rates, but it's going to hit it a little bit in the graphics and vice versa. You know, is it worth $700 to get both of them to a degree that they're getting? Because I'm sure it's still not going to be like there's just one mode, one ring that rules them all, one mode that rules them all. I don't know, man. I'm kind of curious how many people is going to defend this because this is something that, in my personal opinion, is not defendable. But I'm curious what you guys have in the comment section below. Definitely, feel free to drop down there. And keep in mind, this is $700 for no disk drive. This is a physical media, $700 for no disk drive. So it's all digital. At least when you buy the Xbox Series X, it is a physical drive. The fact that they're trying to get you guys to give them $700, 700 buckaroos for a digital library is intense to me. This might be one of the biggest L's that I've seen PlayStation do in quite a long time. Does that necessarily mean that things going to be mad unsuccessful? No. Because at the end of the day, there's still going to be people that want to buy stuff like this. It's just crazy. Like I'm seeing here that it's $950 Canadian. Now, if that's true, that's insane. Now, obviously, if you want the digital, the physical drive, you have to buy the actual component to it. So that's an extra, $100 or whatever it is. I don't know how much it is in America. I see it in Canadian right now for $100 Canadian. This is crazy, guys. You guys got to go in the comment section below. I gotta get, you guys got to be my therapy. I got to read these comments. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe this price point isn't really that bad coming into it. Maybe they give you a little bit of meaning for this thing when they show you we're going to upgrade, stuff like GTA 6, when we see these third parties. But here's the thing, if Xbox does truly release in 2025, maybe spring 2026, is PlayStation realistically going to kill the PlayStation 5 Pro to release with them? Or are they going to let them rock for like a year by themselves? I know it's very curious to hear your guys' opinion on that in the comment section below. But yeah, PlayStation 5 Pro is expensive as hell. I personally feel like they have lost their mind. But that's just me. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button. It's always appreciated. You can always sub to the channel. We make weekly content over here, man. I will definitely be talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro in the Addict Arena today. It is it's September the 10th. It's a crazy day for PlayStation, man. It's a crazy day for PlayStation. Put in the comments below what you guys feel about that. I'm very curious. And until next time, man, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. This was kind of a rant all over the place. I don't know, man. I had to get it off my chest.